Alright guys, out on Lake Chickamauga again, this time in the back of a creek. We had a cold front come through about a week ago, but that has long since passed. Water temp is back up to about 52 degrees, 53 degrees. That's pretty good, but the water is way up for this time of year. So what I'm expecting is the fish have pulled up with that. Probably been some current coming out of this creek. So I'm gonna fish this creek for the first beginning of the morning here. If it doesn't pan out, then we'll go back out into the main lake and hit some of the spots out there. Seems like to me this time of year the main lake is a little bit more stable as far as catching fish in the same kind of areas. The thing with a creek is that these fish have the opportunity to they're migrating back into here, so they really will move on you, whereas on the main lake you can find areas where the fish can pull out in the deep water right back onto the flat or into a slough or something like that. So that can be just something to keep in mind, be a little bit more productive. However, there's some really big fish that move back into the creeks here, so hopefully we can get a hold of one of them. We'll see. I still got this fish on. Yeah, still got him. Look at this, guys. Hand light him in. Just broke my line on the hook set there somehow. How's that for a goober move? Break the line, then go get it and reel him in. Pretty fat little fish. What that probably was. I don't know if you can see that. A lot of times with anything, but especially copolymer or fluorocarbon, if you get a backlash in your line and it runs out on your cast, if you don't get it all the way out and you let that loop keep hitting the frame of your reel, what can happen is it'll damage that line, just like you saw just happened to me right there. So when you set the hook, that line will actually, break several yards away from where the actual knot is, which can cause a big problem if you're catching a big fish or something like that. Luckily, that fish was probably shaking his head down there and did not move far enough to actually sink the line, so I was able to catch back up to it and actually get my bait and the fish itself back, which was pretty neat. But let's see if we can do this again, hopefully without having silliness like that happen. There's one. Really weird bite. It was just spongy all of a sudden. I just barely set the hook. Pretty decent fish. And just picked a shallow area. I'm throwing a rattle trap. Threw it jerk bait for a second, didn't get a bite on it. So just kind of, no, I hadn't yet. But the wind started to blow a little bit, so I might oh, I just got one on that rattle trap, second cast. Look at that. He's not very big, but yeah. Must have come right off of there. Little guy. He's very little. He's like 12 inches long. Absolute giant. There he is. Yep, awkward as heck hook set. Felt the stump, bumped it. He's right on that stump there. Yeah, buddy. He's running too. Big old spot. There you will. No, it's not. It's a largemouth.
And he's cold. That's a little rascal.
Down about 10 foot, wasn't he?
You like that? Plastic.
Yeah. Got a fish right off that. I mean, it barely even. Oh, come off. Yeah, it was a big fish too. Mm-hmm. I didn't hardly make 4 or 5 cranks.
Yeah, I seen that. I think the rattle trap's the best bass today.
Yeah. Golly, got another one. That one's small. No. I mean, right on it. Smallmouth.
Look at that. Right. I love catching things. I bet what's happening, they're going, wind's blowing minnows on that concrete. They're easy fishing. Catch another and I'll put my rattle trap in there. That first one felt bigger, didn't it?
Yeah, first one was a lot bigger than that. Probably what the first one was too.
I bet it was too.
Of course, there ain't gonna be no way to hold it.
If we had a rope, we could get that big old One of the big old rocks.
Got him. That's a good one.
Got him?
Yeah.
You need the net, I guess. Huh?
Big old crappie, I think.
You see it?
Yeah. Great big crappie.
Big old crappie.
Slab. Wasn't expecting that. You want him?
Yeah, better. You caught 3 in a row there. Get the net ready just in case. That is a hog.
There's a rattle trap right there, and then in that rod locker, grab one of them white poles out. Like, yeah, whatever.
They're just young, aren't they?
Yeah, they're college or high school anglers. Yeah. Bolt came loose in the steering. Yeah, I got a fish on. I got one. Haha, they do exist. They do exist. It's pulling pretty good. I don't know. I don't think so. Hey, not bad. Whew. There we will. Fat little dude. Yay. They do exist.